Imagine flying through a blinding thunderstorm at 30,000 feet. You have split seconds to make a decision. Would you rather look at this, a chaotic maze of 20 different spinning mechanical dials, or this, a clean, glowing screen that processes everything for you instantly? Welcome back to a new video in the Microsoft Flight Simulator A-Z series. Today it's time for the letter E and we're breaking down EFIS, the Electronic Flight Instrument System. By the end of this video you will know how to configure and read these screens just like a real-world airline captain, so you never lose control in the soup again. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced simmer, here is how to master it. Before EFIS, pilots relied on what we call steam gauges. To know your aircraft state, your eyes had to perform a constant, exhausting mental dance across 6 separate mechanical instruments just to stay right side up. Then came the glass cockpit revolution. EFIS took all those critical tracking systems, digitized them, and fused them into a single intuitive display. It didn't just replace mechanical parts, it completely changed how our brains process flying, giving your total situational awareness at a single glance. And understanding this exact layout is what keeps you from accidentally crashing into a mountain. A standard EFIS setup splits your world into 2 main screens. First, right in front of you is the PFD, your immediate survival screen. The center shows your artificial sky and ground, the left is your airspeed tape, and to the right is your altitude tape. Instead of forcing your brain to calculate spinning needles, you simply watch the numbers smoothly slide. Now for a real-world pro tip. See this tiny moving arrow, the yellow arrow, although it's a little bit big here. Sometimes it's even a magnetoline. That's your trend vector. It projects exactly where your speed will be in 6 seconds based on your current acceleration. Mastering this single line is the ultimate secret weapon real pilots use to catch deviations early and pull off buttery smooth, pitch perfect landings every single time. Right next to it sits the ND or navigation display. If the PFD is how you stay alive, the ND is how you get to where you are going. It acts as your interactive live updating map, showing your entire route, upcoming waypoints and real-time wind data, so you never get lost in the clouds. Now let's unlock the true power of the EFIS that separates casual simmers from elite flight simmers. Customizing your display modes depending on the scenario you're flying. On your control panel you have 3 primary modes you need to master. First is map mode, your default departure, cruise and arrival. Imagine you're dodging heavy multiplayer traffic on VATSim or a nasty storm system. This is where you overlay your traffic data or turn on the weather radar to safely navigate around them. Next is the plan mode. This locks the map with true north at the top. Imagine ATC suddenly changes your route mid-flight. You use this mode to step through your flight plan leg by leg using your Cockpit's flight computer interface. Do this to cross-check your charts and ensure your computer didn't generate any weird broken gaps or discontinuities in your route before you execute the turn. Finally, when you're executing blinding weather landings where the runway only appears at the very last second, you switch to ILS or approach mode on your autopilot, but LS mode on the navigation display. While standard VOR mode is perfect for old school radio tracking on clear days, LS mode locks your screens onto a precision radio beam. It strips away the moving map clutter and gives you hyper-focused guidance to guide you straight to the tarmac in absolute zero visibility. When you combine your survival screen with a perfectly configured navigation map, you transition from someone just playing a game to a pilot with total control over their environment. The EFIS revolutionized aviation by turning overwhelming data into pure visual clarity. Next time you load into Microsoft Flight Simulator, don't just stare at the screens, actively switch your modes and anticipate your trend vectors. If this breakdown gave you a few extra tools for your next flight, hit that like button, subscribe for the rest of our Aviation Alphabet series, and let me know in the comments, do you prefer old school steam gauges or pristine glass cockpits? Thanks for watching and until next time.